Hey, good morning, Ape Nation. I wanted to make another follow-up video. I don't think, when I put things on YouTube, I don't think about sometimes the missing context. And I put things on YouTube because I can express more. I spend a lot of time in the Ape Nation community on Twitter, even though I'm attached to, Discord and Facebooks and some of the other spots. I spend majority of the time, this entire time, in the Twitter sphere of the Ape Nation, where a lot of things happen. So a lot of folks that aren't in the Twitter don't see or hear the things that are going on. They're not familiar with what's happening over there, and then I'll make a video about it. And it's natural right now with all the battles and the wars going on, folks are wanting to refer to it as drama. So if you know and you follow Trey, I think it doesn't matter where you're at if that name gets mentioned. And even myself, if you go back and look at some of my old videos, you will find that early on, many months ago, we talked about infiltration in the community. There's no doubt the community is going to get infiltrated. There's going to be people that come in. There's going to be people that get in the community to disrupt it, to tear it apart, potentially media companies hiring bots and hiring people to cause division, to cause issues. We talked about that. It's also grifter city. It's prime target because there's a lot of people that do not know how or have not understood how to work in the stock market, how to trade. People are feeding off of that. I saw it. I started calling it out because I don't like that. I don't like people to be taken advantage of. I don't like people to be steered wrong or taken money from. And as we can see how Trey said he made over $600,000, we can see how Matt probably made over $1 million. And we're not even talking about what they made on their Weebles, whatever the case may be. Hey, more power to them, okay? Except for Matt. But anyway, so I make those videos and folks want to refer, let's talk about the drama part first. Folks want to keep referring to things as drama. Here's the thing. They've trained you, okay? Now I'm talking in the Twitter world. So if you're watching this video and you don't know what's going on, completely understand. But there's something majorly that's been happening in the Twitter sphere. And I believe out of all the social media spots, a lot of things occur. There's a large crowd of people because Twitter is easy to use. There's a lot of things that happen on Twitter. I see people that come from Facebook over there, people that come from the Discord and come from the Reddit, and they all come over there. So I believe that that's kind of like the central point to a degree, and then it spurs off into the other media places as well. So that's why I tend to stay there too. And I made a ton of connections and a ton of friends there. It's a great place to be. So that's why I focus on that and talk about that. But there's things that have been happening on Twitter, and that's what I did on my last couple rants. And back to the drama thing. So folks get caught up. They've been trained. Here's the thing. They've been trained and taught early on to refer to the fights and the battles as drama. And it's funny because if you know what's going on over there and you've seen in my videos and I've talked about it, do we consider going after and people messaging and talking smack about Gasparano? Do you consider that drama? Think about that for a second. Do you consider it drama when people go against Lightshed? Do you, or whatever the hell his name was, Rich Greenfield or Green, whatever. Do you guys consider it drama when they call out the Wolf of Wall Street, Jason Belfort? Any of those kind of folks. Now, if you've been following the Twitter sphere, you know about that individual named Aviv. You also know about the one that everybody is up in arms over, Review Dork. Now everybody's up in arms over Matt, and I can totally agree on that, and I understand why. But is that actually, do you refer to that as drama? Are they drama? They're not. You will see that no one will call out, oh, stop talking drama to them at all. Apes fight back against them. People in the community push back against them, and no one calls it drama. You know why you don't call it drama? Because they're not a part of our movement. Theoretically, they're not in the movement. They're against what we're trying to accomplish. So we don't call it drama. But unfortunately, you got trained early on that when you get a plant, you get someone that's put into the community and has been around and done a lot of things on the surface, and then everybody starts to finally find out that said person is actually creating a massive amount of issues the entire time. Said person has been creating division the entire time. Said person has been bringing and platforming and lifting people up into the community that are known shills, known people that are absolutely against the movement. But yet they have platformed them, they have retweeted, they have tweeted with, and they have been a part of them. A known person that goes out and tries to build their following base way outside the community like crazy. A person that's doing it just for themselves and no one else. There's probably at this point a chance that they've been influenced and paid off quite a while ago. There's no evidence to that, but I'm telling you, enough of us have seen, enough of us gathered so much data for so long, we're like, holy smokes, there's more to this. Not to mention, if you ever pay attention on Twitter, we have the sock puppets, we have the bot accounts, the brand new accounts, and go look. I am challenging you, if you think I'm foolish, go look at the ones that do the defending. Look at their accounts. Look when their accounts were created. These are old accounts, 2009, 2012, 2014, a few 13s, but those 3 years are the most prevalent years. These are accounts that were potentially, in my opinion, and many others, were bought, purchased the accounts, and somebody somewhere is utilizing those accounts. And you can tell because I see the tactics. I've had them attack my account over and over and over, and I see through the language they use, the style they use, the words they use. If you watch somebody long enough, you can recognize it's the same person. Or it's someone exactly similar running off the same script. It is so obvious. And the problem is, people don't know. They haven't looked hard enough. They're not willing to look hard enough because this said person that we keep talking about in the community has got a huge account, been around, made themselves a focal point in the community. And here's the thing. If you've ever been abused, taken advantage of, or had something happen in your life, isn't it funny how it's always the one closest to you or the one least expected? That's the thing. That's how it works. Okay? We had early on in the community of potentials of people that were getting bought out, accounts getting sold. Yes. How do you know? That's the thing. People get bought out and they continue moving forward. And we have so much of that. And that's why we talk about it. Now, you can call this drama. You can say, okay, yeah, you're fighting some of his drama. The thing is we know, and there's too many of us, not just me, but we know that this said person is not an actual ape in the community. This person is doing things that is harming the community, literally creating division and things. They have all these bot accounts and simp accounts and whatever else you want to call it that go out and ruthlessly attack people and put them down and call them names. So it quiets the crowd because no one wants them saying anything. You're blowing the cover. And as we've done that, as more and more people have done that, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. Now, let's get to the part of this said person that is now introduced and really pushing the hell out of this Mark guy, right? I'm sure you've seen this because this has now got to be spreading throughout all of social media platforms. Everybody's got to be seeing this guy. I can go into every step of the way. But first and foremost for me was character. Right off the bat, what was this person's character? This guy literally just said on national TV yesterday that he's a short at heart, obviously 40 years of it, okay? Do you think he cares about retail? Do you think he really truly cares about us, right? This guy has threatened numerous times that he's going to leave the community if this don't stop. This guy has been racist comments to people. This guy has put people down left and right. This guy has blocked everybody that would potentially say anything in the very beginning. Knocked them off. Because we would speak up. We would see right through it. This guy now has put the pressure on Adam. They are now twisting the narrative to try to make our CEO, Adam, look like he's going to be the bad man. This guy said on national TV, talking to Charlie Gasparino, who Charlie is supporting him. If you can't see that and hear it in his voice, the only one that stood up for us was Liz. And she, if you watch that interview, she even pointed out how this could literally be considered market manipulation. And that man lied on national TV. Because we have all heard him throughout space calls on Twitter. We have all heard him speak to everyone and talk about how this can be used, this NFT dividend coin STO thing can be used as a catalyst to kickstart the MOAS, to kickstart the squeeze. So there's too much DDD. There's a ton out. If you haven't done your research, reach out to people. Watch Bigum's videos, Ape Average back over on Twitter. The list is a mile long. There's so much over there. We're not accepting it. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going to push back because it's going to damage the community, it's going to damage the movement, that is not drama. Calling this person out that's on Twitter and putting it where it belongs is not drama. It's not a witch hunt. That would be the same thing. If you want to say that, then we could say the same thing about Aviv. that character that was on Twitter that turned on AMC. We could say the same thing about Review Dork. We could say the same thing about Matt Kors. We could say the same thing about Rich Lightshed or whatever the hell his name was, Greenfield. We could say the same thing about freaking Charlie Gasparino and any of them. That's not drama, right? That's pushback against something or someone that is affecting the community that you love and that is potentially affecting your investment. So stop calling it drama and call it for what it really is. This is an issue and it is a problem, and people are standing up for it and people are speaking out because it's not okay. It's not in our community. Just because they wear the sheep's clothing and they look like they're part of us does not mean they are not exposed for technically being the wolf. And there's just too much if you look deep enough. People don't want to look deep enough. They're missing context. They don't know the other side of the story. They don't do the research. They don't want to put in the time and the effort. They don't want their hearts broken. How could that be possible? How could this guy be, or this person be against us? That can't be true. Oh, that's just beef. It ain't me against that person. It's hundreds and hundreds of apes, real cold or real blooded, true, diamond-handed, actual apes that got conviction. Not brand new accounts that have been here for 2 months and don't know what's going on and fell into that trap. Sorry for you guys. Not the old bot accounts that are cycling through. Because where's the original 5, 6 people that used to fight for them? Where's the White Knights before? Oh, wait, they still are. I can hear it in the tweets. It's the same people again with 5 new to 6 new accounts. It's right there if you dig deep enough. But some people don't want to. So I hope you get this, but it ain't drama. If you're talking about someone that's affecting the community that is not and should not be in our community, that is not an ape, that isn't truly here for you or truly here to help you, but only here to figure out how they can help themselves and how they're going to get something out of it, and that that's more important than them, than anything else, and they keep bringing in the stuff that is affecting and hurting and driving off people, that's not drama. That's real. That is infiltration. You want to call it what it is? It's infiltrated since day one. It's called a double agent. Play both sides. It benefits them, not drama. And if you want to follow it, that's fine. That's up to you. It's your investment. So some of us are pointing it out for a reason. And it's over there on Twitter. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this again. 90% of people, I kept saying it on there because it's just reality. It's not a bad thing. It's just how we're born and it's how things are done. 90% of people have a natural follow. They follow someone else. They follow what's going on. They follow a crowd. We see it everywhere in life. You see it when there's crowds of people. It's called lines. It's called followers. Following. Because it's hard, because some people, or 90% of people, it's very uncomfortable to make decisions themselves, especially when it's financial decisions or big money decisions. They're afraid to make those decisions. Then you have 10% of the population that is naturally born leaders. The type A personalities are very strong-willed. They're very assertive, very confident. It's their way or the highway. Okay, that's where you get your influencers. That's my type. Those are the people that build themselves up. Influence creates the following, and then they can lead them. Influencers have a big responsibility. Take Trey, take Matt, take the rest of these YouTubers, right? They have a big responsibility. See, they're making money doing it, and you're following. You're a follower because you need to hear them get up there and talk about something to help you feel better about your investment or feel encouraged. And that's okay. That is good. I know a lot of the influencers, that's their job. Spread positivity, spread it with positive data, good DD. Abso-freaking-lutely, we need that. But we also have 90%. So if you take 4 million people, 90%, and let's say they're not all on Twitter, but Twitter's probably got the majority of them. And that's where it starts. So if you got, who's the influencers, who's the leaders, and there's no leaders, no one person leading, but there are people that influence a big portion of the people. And that's the truth. So ask yourself that. If you got these influencers or guiders or shepherds, or I just call them leaders because I'm sorry, people are behind them. That means they must be out front. Okay. So my thing is they have a big responsibility. And if they are influencing and leading people down the wrong path and over the cliff and down the wrong side, that's a concern. especially for the rest of us influencers that will speak up. And you know what's funny is the majority of the people that are getting blocked early on, it was like a hit list, were those people. Were the ones that had influence, were the ones that were willing to speak up. See how that works? So you talk about a power grab or whatever it may be. So I'm fighting because I don't want to see you get led off a cliff. It was simple process. We buy and we hold, we believe in our company, and we ride out the shorts. They're the ones in the pain. They're the ones losing the money. We're not. Problem is Mark, the said person, he even talked about it, is how desperate people are for the molest to happen. They're feeding off of that. They know that you want to see it happen so freaking quick, right? Because I get it. We've been waiting forever, right? It's almost the holidays. It's Christmas. Let's feed off of that. And I said it before, but they're turning now. The next step is they've already started. They're turning people against Adam Aaron. They want to build on your frustration so people cave and give in. And as more people cave and give in, the more people sell. And my concern with that is, and that's why as influencers or people in the community to help keep the conviction and the strength together, as more people change, get that thought in their heads, get frustrated, they take what profits they can and they start to sell. And if you get a mass amount of people, slowly but surely, influencers saying it, it doesn't take much for the snowball effect to happen. 10% is what influences the 90. So as that snowball happens, what do you end up with? A retail sell-off. And as more people go, what? You're selling, you're selling, you're selling, you're selling, you're selling, you're selling. That's all it takes. That vibration. And then what? Then the shorts get to drive the price down. The shorts get to cover. And that's reality. Now, here's the thing. Now, I want to talk about this. Some of you folks, and that's why I'm like, oh, I'm so done trying to fight it, because there's you type A personality leaders, you influencers, and you out there like, just buy it whole, fuck the rest, and la, it's just drama, and da-da-da. I don't fall for that. There, right there. That's the problem. Your I. We know you don't. Stop thinking about you. You got this. We know you got the diamond hands, right? Think about your fellow apes next to you that may not have as strong of diamond hands as you, or may need to hear. That's the part I'm talking about. So that's the strength we need. Stop saying or I don't need this, or I know, I'm better than this. It's simple. I just buy and hold, fuck the rest, and blah, blah, blah. I get that. Think about all the people around you. For every one of you doing that, there's probably 10 that are on the edge. And that's what you're missing. And that's the part I was tired of fighting against you type A guys and gals, or you leader, influencer style people that have strength. Think outside of you. Stop being selfish and think about everyone around you. That's our job. We have to think about our group as a community. How can we help them? How do we protect them? How do we protect each other? It's that freaking simple, but see, we don't see that. We think, oh, it's no big deal. We've already won. Yeah, get it. You're tough. And quit saying, oh, well, they don't belong in the market. Yeah, they do. Everybody belongs in the market because it's how they learn. They need coaching, they need guidance. They need strength. They need to see our conviction. They need to see our strength and our freaking integrity. So if you don't have, I mean, I know you do, because if you're a type A and you have the balls, you have the strength to do it. But take the I out of it and turn it back to the team, the community, those around you. Stop calling it drama and start calling it for what it is, so that the rest of people see it. And we push back against that. We don't allow that in our community. We're not going to allow them to beat on our CEO, Adam. We're not going to allow them to put him down, because that's not okay in our community. We know that. And you want to fill up the feeds with great data? Absolutely. We need the positivity going out there. Those folks need to see the strength. Okay? But when you're also at a war, a mental war, remember that. We're against infiltrators. This is a freaking mental war. You should have known this was going to happen. You should know this is going to happen, and it's going to continue to happen, because they want to drive you away. You have to splinter. You have to tear it apart. You have to pull the people off so you sell. So the momentum goes away and they get free. That's the key. Remember that. So they will do anything within their power. Money's no object at this point. They will do whatever it takes. They haven't come at me. They haven't offered to buy me out. Wonder why. So think about that. Who do they buy out? Who's been planted? What's really going on? And the thing is, it ain't like it's going to be a massive number of people. It's pretty simple. One in the middle, 5 or 6 on the outside. It's a little small team. And then the bots that they implanted. And those are simple. They go in and read them. I'm telling you. You'll see it. They little hits of these little counts that you've never seen before, just making these little statements to sway the mood. Because as you read those statements and you see those statements over and over and over and over and over and over and over, people tend to get brainwashed. So as you start to see these little statements about CEO Adam owes us, he needs to be doing this, why won't he do it? You owe us, share count, share recall. You're going to see it more and more and more. And as more and more of that's seen, the more and more people believe it, and then they keep liking it and retweeting it. And that's how it works on the Twitter space. Engagement. Use the bots to build up the engagement, so now it shows up in other people's feeds. And then as it shows up in other people's feeds, now they brainwash you. So wake the F up. Bigum said it. You influencers, you type A personalities, you have a responsibility on that Twitter. And you know who you are. Every one of you. I can name all of you off. I've been following you forever. Because you're just like me. But you got to use your abilities. You got to use your abilities for the good of the community. You got to show the community enough is enough. We're not allowing the infiltration in our community. You will not talk about our CEO, Adam. You will not tear our community apart. We will not get caught up in baseless freaking accusations. We will not get caught up in these freaking wannabe lawsuits and all this stuff and potential, even Liz Clayman said it on there, potential to be collusion to get AMC investigated. Think about that. Because I'm a short at heart. Come on, people. So for real, if you didn't have the whole context, hopefully this helps you a little bit. I know some of you probably like, who's this guy? I've seen it. Drama. What is this guy talking about? Just buy and hold and all this other stuff and put me down and said all these other names. Right? I see that all the time. Well, I'm also a fighter. I fight for what I believe in. You can say that all you want. But when I believe in something and I hear something, and I'm a part of a lot of people, it's not just me, man. I'm in a very big community of people. Big community of people. Lots of them. We talk. All of us. A lot of type A's in there too. A lot of us see what's going on. A lot of us aren't going to let it happen. So it just ain't me. It's not just the Marine against one person in the community. There's a lot of them. I just happen to be a very loud voice too. So guys, gals, stay strong. Don't be fooled. We're like step 3, stage 9, whatever you want to call it, of the war. Or step 9, stage 3. Don't hate on Adam. Continue to hold your patience. We're getting that much closer to tax season anyway. Come on, why lose all that money now? You get what I'm saying? So, you got this, man. Conviction. Courage. Have some honor. Have some integrity. Stay strong. Love you guys. Like, just love the community in general. And you know why I make these YouTubes? I ain't like them. I ain't made a dime off this stuff. I don't even know how to do that yet. I tried to research into like how are they making money off here. Apparently you have to have like 4,000 hours in 1 month and then over 1,000 followers and some other stuff. And like, I don't even know, man. I don't drop DD. I try to drop encouragement. And right now I'm just trying to drop information on staying strong. And this is 23 minutes long. I don't even know if people watch me all the way through. And if you did, and you followed me long enough, you know who the Marine is. You know why I'm doing this. You know why I'm here. Because I believe in what we're doing. I'm fighting for our lives to massively change, not just make a few dollars. Thanks, guys.